from the North Carolina Classic, or sorry, the South Carolina Classic.
I was gonna say, don't
with
disrespect
neither
us like that.
player hailing from the region.
Yeah, Lima coming in from Texas, the import, taking over at #1 in South Carolina, and as we've learned today, Anarchy from Newfoundland, the most eastern part of North America, coming down to South Carolina.
All the way to the north, all the way to the east. They have a very extensive set count, and it's very Lima favored. It is 13-4 overall.
It's definitely been an uphill battle for Anarchy at the QCCs, at the locals, at every single set they've ever played. Lima has pretty much had an advantage. Not to say that Anarchy hasn't
It's
drawn
been 20
some
seconds,
blood.
and they haven't drawn any blood. Okay, there we go.
First it'll go to Lima, and I think this is an uphill battle for Greninja. It's a little difficult, but it's one that Anarchy, when he's playing his best, he's been able to keep up his line. Although Lima has had
won 3 sets.
3 sets? I thought it was 4.
Or did I can't read. It is 4.
I was gonna say 13-4 in favor of Lima.
But like you said, uphill battle. The funny thing about this matchup too is that Lima kind of deploys Anarchy as pest control elsewhere in the bracket. He's very much like, he literally said, I win this bracket for free if you beat Jackal for me, and guess what happened?
I beat Jackal, so...
Anarchy beat Jackal.
An interesting thing to say.
Which is also, yeah, it's a little bit mean.
Insane trash talk. I can't like honestly, that's
but he's been backing it up.
I kind of respect it from Lima because he's somebody who has always been willing to say the things that a lot of people are scared to say, and he backs it up. Especially recently, he's been on an absolute tear. His 2024 was very good, and now in 2025, he's looking to improve on that. And it'll be a great start to win RedShift Singularity.
Anarchy, though, going to try his darndest to make that as difficult as possible, making sure that it's not a free win for Lima. Slight percentage deficit, but right now is where Bayonetta can really do a great job, especially if you tech off in that position. It's really difficult for Greninja to regain center stage. Bayonetta's movement speed does a very good job of covering that dash towards center. So Lima's just going to be able to pick that up with an up tilt back air. And now he can, while he's ahead, frankly, do whatever the heck he wants.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for Greninja to get in at all. He's got to show up. Well, you know, I love eating my words, and
they're tasty.
They're very tasty. Lima just going to lose his first stock in this winner's semifinals.
Trying for this up tilt in the corner. Anarchy finally managing to fight out. It seems like it's we keep saying uphill battle, and it's just because it's so true. Like every single time Lima gains control of the stage or gains control of the tempo of the match, Anarchy then is fighting for his life for the next 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Finally gets to roll away, gets underneath that platform though, and he is going to punish the aggressive short hop ABK from Lima. Lima now has to get back up on stage, and guess what? Does it for free. Neutral get up tilt, sure.
Yeah, Bayo against fast followers is it's just combo food for every single one of them. And Lima showing his mastery of the characters, able to rack up percent so quickly against these guys.
Lima also had a scare in winners quarterfinals too. Went all the way down to the wire versus Pacha. Only barely made it to top 8 winners side by, frankly, cheesing the crap out of Pacha.
That was a crazy set, too.
Pacha really wanted the ledge, and Lima said, haha, nice air dodge.
I'm going to take that away. Free real estate for the Texan implant in South Carolina. That was a nice little...
Attempt to shark with Shadow Sneak is very smart, too, but a little too scouted by Lima. Lima goes high, not going to give that away. 124 means up tilt back air or a witch twist out of shield. Both put you in a terrible spot. Lima, though, missing out on the end lag of the dare. Doesn't even affect him. He's still just going to keep spinning.
So much good work from Lima to get these percent leads. And now is the challenge for Bayonetta. Trying to find this KO. Not the easiest, especially a character as slippery as Greninja with skinny fur fox and whatnot. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but Lima's a player that when he finds his confirms, he's solid.
Well, Lima also solid with the straight hits as well, like very capable of just throwing out back airs like that one. Gets low profiled, but he's not going to be deterred from throwing out more of them. Even the dash attacks, rapid jab 2 is going to start being a pretty big factor. F throw. Bayo struggles to kill at these percents, but she's not out of options.
Yeah, a little bit of rage built up as well means that it's going to be slightly easier to find that straight hit, especially with these edge guards here. And no fair lands. DI out from Anarchy was really smart.
Ooh.
I love the recovery as well.
Yeah, middle distance Shadow Sneak, drop low, then Hydro Pump.
Didn't even go straight to the ledge. You saw him drift in. It was really nice.
It's really difficult for Bayo to pick that up with Witch Twist because it will lose to Shadow Sneak and probably will die too.
Yeah, this is looking good. Anarchy still being able to keep up. None of these players have really been able to take a proper lead, which I think means that we're in for a solid set.
201.
201, but at this point, both players are one
I think that was
wind gust away from dying as they'll Dragon Ball Z each other.
And they're just going to have a quick stare down on the Angel platform as well. But I think that Anarchy only got the opportunity to create that DBZ moment because I think Greninja Hurtbox shifted on landing. He like leaned back ever so slightly, and that made Bayo whiff grab, because I think that grab should have hit.
Man, game of inches for both of these players. And we're back down to reset last talk on this game one.
Also 143 on the timer.
Yeah, it's been a long
game one.
I think we're going to be in for a long side set if this pattern.
You know, that'll give us plenty of time to knock out some losers matches over on VGBC2.
That means we'll get to watch some more on the main stream. Yippee! Yeah.
Air dodging in, questionable decision, but great mash from Lima. Going to just force that grab release. Anarchy, though, like, is quick on the pickup, and so not going to drop after that. A lot of people, they get, like, shocked, like, oh, wait, what do I do here? No, Anarchy's right there below you, sharpened nonetheless. Up tilt Witch Strike off the Witch Twist, but Lima's unable to get more off of it. If he had reset on the platform first, Witch Strike would have killed him.
It's so fun watching all the little neutral interactions that these guys play. You can tell they've played a lot, because they're all so weird. They're both so weird.
17 best of 5s is a lot.
17 best of 5s is a lot. And they've played so much, they really understand each other's habits, so whenever one of them gets an in, it honestly doesn't last very long.
40 seconds left with a decent 40% lead on Lima.
I kind of doubt this one goes to time. Lima...
I don't know. Lima, like, Bayonetta has the... Well, okay. Yeah, that. But if he so chooses, Bayonetta can just stop interacting and fly around underneath the stage for a while. And, like, Greninja can throw shurikens and try and, like, hydro pump to mess up your recovery angle and maybe force an SD, but it's not likely to mess Lima up in that situation. And so if Lima wanted to go underneath the stage for that last 30 seconds, he could have. Instead, though,
we get 30 seconds back from Lima as he takes.
That's 30 seconds towards my drive home.
That's what we like to see. You got a long drive home. 4 hours from here is gonna be a good time.
It's longer than that.
I'm done in 4 hours. Don't tell the cops.
Yeah, I would never. But going into game number 2, Anarchy looking distressed.
I mean, when you go through a 7-minute slugfest like that and you barely lose out on a game, it's got to be a little stressful, a little annoying. And he's gotta calm down, mental reset, allow himself the time to think about where his... honestly, it wasn't even a lot of mistakes that led him to that. It was just Lima won a couple more interactions, and it ended up...
Honestly, wouldn't even say that. Lima just got like 20% more out of the interaction that he won, and so it built up.
At the end, once again, it's a game of inches, it's a game of centimeters. Is Lima able to push his advantage slightly more? And that's the top player difference. That's the top 14 in the world for a reason. At this point, both of these players are so good. It's who can get more out of their little advantages that'll push them into the upper echelon, into that.
And that landing there is a perfect example of it, Avi. Lima doing a really good job of maximizing percent like this. We feel for some reason shocked that Lima is 14th in the world again, but he won Evo.
Yeah.
Like, that is literally an Evo champion.
Well, to be fair, that was a long time ago. And he had a long stretch in which he was not able to replicate. He was not able to replicate that success until pretty recently when he won a major. And now
and he wins that stock.
Now we're going back to 2018 because that's what Evo looked like when Lima won.
I can't believe that 2018 was 7 years ago.
Bro, you're gonna make me feel old. You're gonna start calling me young.
I got maybe like one more year before I hit peak status again.
You're kind of already there.
Oh no.
we got 17-year-olds winning tournaments now. Smash 6 about to come out of the kitchen.
However old Doramigi was when he won his first major. I think Doramigi was 13 when he won his first major.
That is unreal, man.
Youngest major champion.
Here, oh my god, is this another stock? So much percentage racked up for Lima.
Not dead.
He's gonna make
it. Dead.
Oh my god, what a game. What a complete turnaround from game 1 from Lima. Because you think, like, wow, it was a close game, Anarchy's got a lot to figure out. But clearly Lima was studying on the game 1 as well.
Yeah, exactly. You think about, like, okay, well,
that was a little aggressive.
He should be fine.
Yeah, he's definitely fine.
We've been wrong a lot off
We have been wrong a lot.
But you think about, like, in those situations, like, okay, it was such a close game, like, I can now take the information that I learned in game number 1 and apply that to win game number 2, but your opponent is not stagnant. They're going to also learn. Lima, a very smart player, a very, like, cognizant person in terms of game plans and what he's going to be doing, and honestly, sometimes it hurts him. Lima sometimes overthinks, but here it's doing nothing but helping. He's now snowballing even harder versus Anarchy.
I think especially in a matchup that we've played so many times, overthinking can kind of be a good thing. You get to really dissect a lot of the little things that you're doing, a lot of the ways that you're getting in.
You have so many chances to get it right.
Yeah, exactly. Especially, like, this matchup, it feels like no one's had, like, a pretty significant advantage state aside from Lima in, like, the first stock of this game. And he's getting so much out of these interactions. He's getting so much more than he did in the game 1 as well. True to his style, true to his ability to adapt and his ability to think through these games.
You're alive there too after the up smash, just not quite enough to kill at the angle, and with the rage, Lima instead connects with a back air. The bullets 2 cancels out of them, goes down low, and fights for every inch here. Anarchy made it back to stage, but he got battered doing it.
That's rough. Like, Lima getting so many little hits to make everything counts, and 131%. It's good on Anarchy to make this 2-stock comeback, but he still has quite a battle to fight if he wants to win this game too.
Going straight to that ledge, and look at the time difference too between this point in the previous game and this point in this game. It took us 7 minutes to get here last time. It took us 3 to get here this time. That is the build-up, the snowball in play. Lima air dodging to that ledge, trying for the witch twist down low to pick up Anarchy. Not going to get it here. Instead carrying him up, Anarchy able to jump out, but now he's burnt that jump resource, has to find a way to land, and instead just lands straight into the loving embrace of Lima Bayonetta.
That was nice. Loving embrace.
Very well placed, too. Lima, like, just knowing you're going to go to corner, Greninja wants either ledge or to land in the corner so that I can, like, try and dash in. It's just read like a book. Yeah,
beautifully done by Lima. And game 1 to game 2 was a stark contrast. And if we're going to continue this pattern, I think Lima is just going to go on a tear. It's very, very difficult to pick up any momentum against this guy.
I should stop looking at Hungrybox chat. They're so distracting.
Yeah, I was going to say. Hi, Hungrybox. Hope you're doing well today. Thanks for watching.
Hey, Juan.
We said it earlier, but you weren't watching. So welcome back to the chair.
Give us away.
Game 3 now. Lima with a pretty significant advantage. I think Lima, not a very tiltable player as well, especially in recent years. He is always on. He does not let his foot off the gas, especially when he has an advantage. And this is like par for the course. He's #1 in South Carolina, was #1 in Texas for the longest time, and you don't get that way by being a tiltable player.
Absolutely, and it's like a sign of how long you've been at the top. Like, there are very few people who can last any amount of time at the upper echelon of the game that get tilted easily, but there are some people who get tilted very easily, and then it just doesn't affect them. Yeah. So there's 2 schools of being good at it, and it's either like you do get tilted, but it doesn't matter, or sometimes it helps, or you don't get tilted ever.
Yeah, and Lima, like, once again, like a veteran of the game. Like, won in EVO 7 years ago.
And then won an Ultimate Major 3 months ago? I don't remember
that
what
is
GSM was
insane
exactly.
Longevity, and probably one of the longest careers that we've had in Smash Ultimate. That's, well,
there's some
real old heads in
Buzz.
the community. Yeah, that guy's like, bro, holy moly.
Kuton also in the exact same boat. There's a couple others like that.
Maybe one of the Smash 4 grades.
One of the Smash 4 grades, I think, can definitely be said. You know, Tweak, also a great example of that. Like, we could go on listing players.
You know, a lot of the people that you've mentioned have been top 10 in the world at one point or another. So maybe longevity is the key to being very good at the game. And that's what Lima's proving today. It's why he's in this winner's semifinal, why he's in the top 8 without a set dropped. But this game, looking a little bit better for Anarchy. He's able to hold a bit of a percent lead. It's not anything massive. It's a couple hits away from Lima catching up.
And just a quick little update too elsewhere in bracket. We have lost one of our Bayonetta players out at 7th place. Jackal taking down Geist 3-1. Some guy versus Omega about to kick off over on VGBootCamp 2.
That's going to be a heater as well, so if you want to put up both.
Pichu versus Joker is so weird. And
like
I don't know if Brian has ever fought Pichu.
That's a great point. I don't know if Georgia has ever had a Pichu player.
Not that I know of, and somebody's going to get mad at me for forgetting. But
yeah, no, there's definitely like a 2-2-er Pichu in Georgia who's like, bro, you forgot about me. Like, my bad. Man.
I haven't been to a 404 in a year. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Anyways, back to the set at hand, and it's looking like game one because we are about 3 minutes into this game, and not a stock has been taken.
Well, Lima has a great opportunity for it here, but doesn't quite capitalize. Wait,
yeah.
instead he does with an IRAR to boot.
That was gorgeous.
Anarchy gets popped up drifting the other way, and so Lima just turns around and does it anyway.
Character mastery. That's the way we like to see out of our long-term players. And Lima, just knowing exactly which angle Anarchy was going to get sent at, it's textbook. And that's how we got here.
That's what we get at Winthrop University.
Winthrop
we have studious denizens. They know the textbook. Up throw doesn't kill. 7%. No rage.
That is, gotta be a little in the back
Park
of his
was
mind.
right.
Yeah, honestly. Nair into up air now, or up B. So much damage getting racked up. Every little bit of percent hurts more and more when you're at a deficit like this, especially down 2-0 in a set. And Lima just looking so clean, getting every single interaction win. And
if he gets to 200, he wins the game on the spot. That's a little known rule.
Yeah, I think honestly, you're being facetious, but I think at that point, if you're at 200% and you're down 2-0, it's gonna hurt a lot.
That wasn't untechable?
That is
at 186?
I think it was up air, so it's reasonable. I think it was also the multi-hit that sent him into. It wasn't the strong hit at the end. I think the strong hit at the end would just outright killed. Get off the ledge here for Lima.
And there we go, chat talking about Element. I did forget about Element. I'm sorry. Element.
I'm sorry, Element.
I think Element is like 3-0 on me.
Dude, come on, man.
Muffy.
That's disrespectful. And Nair finally will take the first stock for Anarchy. We only have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, and both of these players have 2 stocks left.
One of those stocks is a lot less healthy.
Yeah, Lima content to wait it out. You can see he's chilling on the ledge. He's happy to wait for Anarchy to throw something out and cliff punish. He's getting more and more damage every single time. It's a carefully planned, carefully calculated game plan.
In the future, we should always specify PR character.
Yeah, okay.
That's the cop-out, but we'll...
yeah.
That's the easy escape for us.
My bad, Element. My bad. Make PR and we won't forget.
Whoa, that's... Yeah.
I'm just kidding. We love you.
Two people who are on PRs for that exact reason. Even when they're down, they're not out. Anarchy connecting with a really good forward air confirm to take the stock, steal the stock at 70%, puts himself right back in this game and perhaps right back in this set because now he's positioning himself dutifully to push us to a game 4, 38% on Lima, but he's got to close, and Lima looking to make sure that that does not happen.
Yeah, nice back air to send Anarchy into the corner, but it's still an advantageous position for the Greninja. If he can find this stock, it's definitely a winnable game and winnable set if he can find some momentum, but that's so difficult. I love the down air. It's a good mix-up. He hasn't used it yet this set, but he still has to find the stock in order to win.
Lima's empty pressure there was so good, just running around in Anarchy space without pushing a button. Anarchy, though, just continues to scramble, continues to throw out those fast-acting hitboxes from Greninja. And eventually one connects, one gets him out of dodge, one gets him on the ledge, and now Lima gets past him, tries for a dash attack. We just reset to opposite corners.
Yeah, now the roles are definitely reversed. Anarchy content to just relax, run away, make sure that Lima can't get in on him. And he doesn't need to find the KO here. He has such a huge lead. 87% is not easy to make up in 45 seconds, especially when you have a stock advantage, and the stock will go the way of Anarchy with the up air.
I think that makes up for the up throw.
Yeah, beautifully done.
It earns its keep back the up moves in Greninja's kit. He also killed Jackal like 4 times with up B.
Yeah.
So, give it up for the up moves.
Still a hill to climb for Anarchy. He has 2 more games he needs to win on Lima's counter picks. So Lima has his work cut out for him. Should have a pretty advantageous position from here on out in the set. But Anarchy showing signs of life, and that's what we want to see out of our Winthrop boys. This is technically a team kill.
It is.
Well, not a kill.
Not even technically. This is just a team kill.
That's true. They are on the same team.
One of them will go to losers though, not out of the tournament.
Yeah.
So it's not like all the way kill. It's like the like tokusatsu version of kill where nobody actually stays dead.
Yeah, exactly. Small battlefield again. These guys, Lima clearly content with the stage as well. Doesn't feel like he needs to switch it up. Maybe just switching the game plan a little bit, allowing himself a little bit more time, a little bit more patience. Even though they were plenty patient last game, they got down to about 30 seconds left on the clock.
Lima going right back to his old tricks and adding a new one there too. We've seen that a couple times throughout the bracket, not in this set. The footstool down air to force Anarchy into a real bad spot. He's going for a lot more of like those dash back or even run off stage and then ABK the opposite way to catch Anarchy being like, ah, this is my chance. Nope, it ain't.
Yeah, nice try, buddy. You're not punishing this Bayonetta. She is a notoriously hard character to punish.
Your disjoint is not big enough.
Yeah, exactly. Because her disjoint's pretty big too. This ABK, just like on these platforms, you can tell Lima's so comfortable on the stage. Every single time it's spaced perfectly. And his recovery is always clean. And a minute has passed so far. We're still not even at 70% for both characters. So once again, a slow-paced game. A game of inches and a game of centimeters with both players.
Anarchy taking a nice couple inches, but Lima yoinks them right back. And then yoinks even more. It's not quite enough for the KO, but he's found a whole big opening, and it just keeps going. Anarchy tries for the Hail Mary again, and it's worked a couple times in this bracket for him, but not against Lima.
That's nicely done. Lima, up till back air has been his bread and butter in this matchup, and it's so comfortable for him. He knows exactly when it's going to kill. He knows exactly when it's going to hit as well. And that's how he's gotten like a good number of the stocks. That was like 4 or 5 out of this set.
Mods, ban every single member of that conversation, please. All of you, go be gone. As Anarchy taking away that stock from Lima, and the perfect timing as well to bring attention back to his antics.
Yeah, Anarchy really fighting this uphill battle and like making it happen. I'm surprised at how patient he's been, how willing he's been to play this slow game with Lima. I guess he's used to it at this point. They played 17 times in the best of 5, so.
And probably a lot outside of best of 5s being teammates as well, so, you know, intimate familiarity.
It's beautiful, you know? It's the kind of relationship you hope you have in a fighting game community where someone. Yeah, I don't know, if you're playing tennis, you want to have a faded rival like that, you know? And Lima clearly had the upper hand, but it's very obvious to me that Anarchy is no slouch. Even though Lima has a pretty overwhelming advantage in the head-to-head, Anarchy not willing to let that get to him, not willing to like point out how many times he's lost. He's still fighting back all the same. That's our job.
That's our job. You know, the best sports movies, the underdog always wins. Like that's what makes the best stories.
Yeah, that's true. But Lima likes to be the villain of his own story, doesn't he?
He don't like no dogs.
And here we go. Another bit of percent racked up for Lima. Still looking for the big read, the big kill move. I feel like we haven't seen a lot of big reads from these guys. It's always been clean neutral with punishing.
They exhausted all those in set 16.
Yeah, you know,
they're out of reads.
Yeah,
they're not out of dash attacks though. That was almost disastrous for Lima.
That could have been bad. But Lima still staying strong. Upper's not going to be enough yet. But now, Anarchy's brought this all the way back into a percent lead. Lima not able to find his little advantages like he was in game 1 and game 2.
Back down into the down smash. It's not just a percent lead, Avi. It's a full stock lead. Lima desperately needs to close this one out so he can bring us towards that final stock. And up tilt there, especially at 0% lacking rage, he's not angry enough for it. And so Anarchy lives on. Ooh.
Anarchy dropping low to avoid the back air as well. It's so good from him. He's really starting to ramp up in these game 3 and game 4. And now he's fully advantaged. He has a strong lead, and it's on Lima to find some sort of confirm, some sort of stock, maybe even a straight hit at 173. In order for him to keep up, forward throws should be enough for this percent. And now,
will be.
Last stock, game 4. Let's see if Lima's able to clutch out another set.
Anarchy would have loved maybe 10 more percent, but it's what he's got to work with. And you know what? He's going to get 10% just like that. The landing hit back air, though, staggers in the worst way possible for Anarchy. It's just going to let Lima continue buzzing around his head like a fly until eventually he keeps connecting with more of these. The short hop ABK, then he jumps and gets red for a whole bunch more damage. The percent lead is once again Lima's, but only by a hair.
Man, Lima's advantage state is so good. What a catch from Anarchy. Missed tech from Lima. That was monstrous from the Greninja, and we're going to Game 5 because of it.
How many sets has it been since Anarchy has seen a Game 5 against Lima? The answer is 0. We've got one now, and he's earned it because of a beautiful hard knockdown on the top platform, getting himself a fantastic kill.
Yeah.
A once-in-a-lifetime kill, really.
That was gorgeous. I was just complimenting Lima's advantage state, and it felt like he was starting to gain momentum back into that Game 4 and close out something, but Anarchy, just clutch factor for him, finds the up smash, fully charged. That's going to bring us to a Game 5. Unreal.
The engine, though, not cold yet. Lima looking for a down tilt off of that on the shield. Instead catches Anarchy jumping over the heel slide, but he falls out of it, and so Lima's not going to be able to get nearly as much as you would expect a Bayonetta to from a low percent heel slide connection.
So much shield pressure from Lima early on, and I think we're looking a little bit more aggressive so far. I want to see some strong combo from Lima in order to halt the momentum, because firmly Anarchy has brought it back into his favor, and I'm starting to think that he might run away with this reverse 3-0.
Entirely possible if Lima does not center himself, for lack of a better term, needs to lock in. Locked in the loser's bracket. Looking for that F-tilt here, really trying to catch Anarchy's landings in, but it's such a dangerous prospect for Lima just because of the sheer speed of Greninja hitboxes. Contesting like that is always a toss of the dice right there. Sometimes you will get counter hit, and Greninja's scary in that spot.
Yeah, he definitely is, and he's able to just like throw out the back airs, rack up damage. He's been racking up damage so steadily. I don't think we've seen anything like crazy, no like super long strength from Anarchy, but he's been able to keep his head in the game, make sure he's able to counter little bits of Lima's advantage state, and it's boding well for him, especially in this Game 3 and Game 4. I was thinking Lima would just run away with a 3-0 from that Game 2, but Anarchy has proven me wrong completely.
And sometimes it just takes that slap in the face to wake you up, and Anarchy, he's eyes wide open.
Yeah, absolutely.
For dash attack fair there too, barely missing and still following up with the rising up air.
It looks so good from Anarchy so far. Still 30% lead-ish. Lima wanting to close it out. They're just trading back and forth in this percent lead.
Why which time there? I can't figure out what that was supposed to stop. Because won't trigger it like that.
No.
Up tilt back air though.
Is gonna confirm into Lima's first stock here. Now we get to see Lima with a lead again. 3 minutes have passed already, and only one stock been taken. Nice call out on the air dodge to get a little bit more percentage. Once again, with extra credit, every little bit hurts.
Nope,
nice
bye-bye.
Down tilt up smash to shut me up as Anarchy refuses to let Lima take a lead.
Lima still, though, wrenching it away from Anarchy with a quick 55%, and we keep harping on the sheer volume of sets between these two competitors. You can also see it in Anarchy's disadvantaged state versus Bayonetta. That's not something that you just are born with. You have to get your butt whooped by Bayo a couple of times to learn the correct SDI on these moves, and Anarchy has it perfect, down pat. He's getting out so early, and as a fast faller, that is incredibly impressive.
Yeah, Game 1 and Game 2 was definitely a little rougher, but he locked in, as you said earlier, figured out where his SDI was going, and we haven't seen Lima be able to get those long strings that Bayo players typically get, especially in these Game 3, Game 4, Game 5. Anarchy, he's adapting so well.
Looking for some sort of inroads here. Both players are. Anarchy starting to mix in a couple of those water shurikens. Dash attack, but bat within gets Lima through, so no drag down. Back air still pops him out to the right side. Anarchy has control of the ledge, tries for a dash attack. Lima tries for a witch twist. Both fail, and so we just rinse and repeat, do the same situation again. And this time, both intend to disengage. Oh! He just runs up and up smashes.
Beautifully, knew exactly where Lima was going and read the direction. The reaction from, I don't even know if it was reaction or if it was premonition from Anarchy. And now, up air, gonna send Lima into a really bad spot. Gonna force him off stage and force him to go to the ledge. It's not easy to punch Bayo off the ledge, but wow, Lima just jumping on stage and getting the grab.
Well, you used the word premonition, but I'm going to use a different P word to talk about what Anarchy is doing so well in these situations, and it's positioning. He is perfect, pitch perfect, to continue the alliteration, every single time he positions himself, it's just like that. He's right outside of Lima's burst range and able to counter hit every single time. It's so impressive, and that's why he might be about to win this set.
It's looking absolutely peachy, though we're not in Georgia. Anarchy pushing his advantage further and further. We go up to 46. Bat within will bring Lima back to the stage and give him an opportunity, but 280Ks will lead into a back air, and now we're last stock game 5.
47.2 is all that separates these two.
Lima has been in this position once before today, and we saw the clutch factor activate. It's on him to understand what his moment's going to be and see if he's going to be able to replicate that magic that he had in top 48.
But it can't be a 0 to death. Anarchy has escaped after the fair train. Ooh. 7% on him. Lima burning so many resources to get away from this, but it's Bayonetta. She's got them to spare. Air dodge back, inches away from getting dash attacked, staring each other in the face, and neither one of them can connect. But it's Anarchy, Nair into fair, a fist bump, and a handshake as Winthrop regardless moves into winners finals, but it's Anarchy wielding the name.
Reverse 3-0 from Anarchy. Kept his nerve the entire time, didn't tilt once, didn't allow game 1 or game 2 to get to his head, and he pushes his advantage and will make it into winners finals.
Where after that performance, he belongs.
He does belong. Like, wow, just incredibly consistent play from Anarchy. Just, you love to see it. Lima has the accolades, but Anarchy just had the X factor today.
And Lima may be getting a little bit of punishment for the hubris-filled words for the bracket, but I mean, like, we all know how those myths go. Hubris is what gets you smoked by those above.
Yeah, 100%. As Anarchy pushing his way into winners finals. I'm proud of him. Good stuff for him.
Absolutely. Now, also,
oh, we got a heater coming up.
Lima's got to go fight the winner of Omega Some Guy, which I think is about to be Omega. Omega is up 2-0 and currently winning.
He's already standing up, so I believe
it's probably over.
Yeah, it looks like it's over.
Yeah, it's over. 3-0.
Yeah.
So Lima Omega for 5th place.
That is a crazy lineup.
Jackal is going to be facing off against the loser of our next set in the form of Peebnut versus the Beck, a.k.a.